What's the prize task category?
Well, we've asked them to bring in the nattiest knitwear. It's a term I'm sure we're all familiar with. You'll judge whose knitwear is the nattiest, give its owner your maximum of 5 points, and then at the end of the show, one lucky winner will take home the nattiest knitwear.
All right. Lee Mack.
I've brought this.
Natty knitwear for children.
Oh, I was inspired by this. I found it online. I was looking for a knitting pattern for kids' clothes, and I saw this and I thought, yes, that's lovely because the faces are kept warm, the bodies are kept warm.
Sewn into the skin?
No, it's not sewn into the skin. No, it's glued on with super glue.
All right.
And
is it a real thing?
This is what Lee's had commissioned based on that.
So... that's a little bit more friendly.
I think they look quite comfy.
Comfy, Greg, but natty?
Natty? God, that's very natty.
Oh, is it? Sorry, yes.
That's hard.
Good. Well done, natty.
Thank you, Greg. I'm
Good
glad you
natty start.
appreciate it.
Yo!
Yo!
Mikey W, what have you brought in?
I've done some handcrafting again. So I've made a handmade, bespoke piece of Taskmaster merch.
Wow.
Well, whose head is this, Greg?
Oh.
Oh. Is it supposed to be me?
Well, it's for anyone. I mean, I'm thinking, you know, if they make it into merch, then people can go and, you know, parade around as the Taskmaster. If you were to wear it, then yes, you could use it as a disguise. Or you can just warm your head up.
It's artisan. It's nice. Jamali.
Honestly, I didn't know what natty meant.
Yep.
So...
you could have asked someone.
Yeah, I could have, but, you know, I was at home.
Have you got internet?
No.
OK.
No internet in my house.
No internet, no phone.
No, sorry, Greg, we don't all live like you. So what I did, I got a jumper, and just to be sure, I whatever that is, natty into it.
He embroidered the word natty into it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it looks like this. It's natty knitwear.
So that is the nattiest, because it says natty.
It's a literal interpretation. I like it.
That's actually one of my favourite jumpers that I've ruined for this show.
You do not own that jumper.
Yes, I do.
Come on, that.
My dressing is very diverse. I'm a very layered person.
Every weekend he's down Cornwall hauling in his fishing nets, Jamali. He's well known for it.
Yeah.
Well, it's really nice.
Thank you.
will you
Is
call
it
it a-
worth maybe 3 points?
I think it might do better at this stage in the game.
I'll take that.
And this week, the category is the most satisfying wobbly thing. Greg will judge whose thing is the most satisfyingly wobbly one and give that person 5 points. At the end of the episode, one lucky person will take home all 5 wobbly things and be totally satisfied.
I'll tell you now, anyone who's bought a jelly, no points. OK, Jamali, what's your satisfying wobbly thing?
Do you know what? I had a whole speech lined up because I feel like whenever I put in minimal effort, you go, you know what, Jamali, you actually tried, here's 4 points, right? So but then when you just said that, I was like, oh, all right, so it's gone then.
I genuinely didn't know you brought a jelly.
No, but it's not just jelly, innit? Because I knew you would just go...
Yeah.
So what I did is, I still brought in jelly, but inside the jelly is a complete Rubik's Cube.
Here we go.
Wow. There you go. It's pretty satisfying.
How's it satisfying?
Because Rubik's Cubes are hard, and to see a complete Rubik's Cube kind of gives me a bit of joy.
It's aesthetically pleasing.
I'll take 3 points.
Yeah? Feels like a threer, does it?
I'll take the 3.
But there might be people who've done worse. If anyone's just brought a jelly in, I'm going to attack. Who's next? Lee, you like a wobble. What have you brought in?
My daughter, she's 8, and she loves you guys, you know that. And every night she puts her head on my belly. She nuzzles up and she says, "Can I just say, Daddy, your belly's so wobbly and lovely." And I said, funny enough, I have to take a wobbly thing in to Taskmaster. And she said, "Take your belly in." I said, "I can't take my belly into Taskmaster." She said, "Why don't you make it out of jelly?" and so I have, and there it is.
It's a jelly belly.
Why does your jelly of your belly have abs?
Yeah, it is a fair point that...
There's absolutely no way that
I'm not
going
to lie, I didn't make a cast because I didn't have time. I shaped it with my hands. And in a way, I do see myself not too dissimilar to that.
So far, after me slagging anyone who brought in jelly, we've had 2 jellies. Next, Charlotte.
So, it's a bit personal, this, but obviously this show has taken its toll on my ego, my self-esteem.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and...
Sorry, Charlotte, you've brought a jelly in, haven't you?
Yeah, inside is a letter from my therapist commenting on my wobbly sense of self-esteem.
Right.
Oh, it's a letter from a therapist in a jelly.
Yeah.
I have to say, that is more like my belly than my belly. Isn't it?
Oh, God. It's so heartbreaking.
Well, it's quite simply the craziest thing. You'll judge whose thing is the craziest. They'll get 5 points, and the overall winner will take home 5 crazy things. It's crazy.
Jamali.
It's pretty crazy, because you know what, yeah? I feel like you haven't enjoyed my other prizes.
Correct.
So I've got a photo of a baby smoking.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, yeah, I remember this kid.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pretty
boy.
mad, isn't it?
He's on like
Yeah.
80 a day.
Yeah.
Was it 80 a day?
Yeah,
or
80 a
something?
day, but he gave up because he's a quitter. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty mad, innit?
That is your best prize by some distance.
There you go.
It's a happy ending to that story, by the way. Smoking's
it's
bad. He now thinks chocolate is better than smoking.
Ah, good. Lee, what have you brought in?
Well, I've brought in something that I find particularly crazy, and that is a lady's swimming costume. Not just any lady's swimming costume. I'm the kind of person that thinks, ooh, what's underneath that costume? And I know you're thinking, hello, bit old school sexism there.
Yeah.
I mean, really underneath the costume.
Here it is.
It's absolutely disgusting. Well done.
Thank you. I think it's educational in a crazy sort of way.
Good. Hello, Charlotte.
Hello.
What have you brought in?
Well, the craziest thing I could think of in my life is that I've genuinely been at the inauguration of every president during my lifetime.
What do you mean?
There have been 7 inaugurations since you've been born,
Yeah.
4 presidents, and you've been at 4 inaugurations.
Yes.
So we've got photos of Charlotte at each of them, which
Yeah.
are up for grabs, is that right?
Yeah, have them.
So the first one here, Clinton's one, you can see her there.
Where?
Where?
Oh, that little kid who's been superimposed.
Oh, God, the disappointment's so crushing that this is fake.
Hang on, I'm confused. Is the story true but the picture's fake, or the whole thing's fake?
Charlotte is really there, but all of those old bastards have been superimposed.
Let's see all 4 pictures before we decide whether this is a fake story.
OK, here's Charlotte at George W.'s inauguration.
OK. I am beginning to think it's true.
OK, we're up to Obama.
There I am.
There she is.
There she is.
Oh, yeah.
There she is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right up close.
That's when you went through your awkward teenage phase and your head was 4 times bigger than anyone else's.
Most recently, and you said this was your favourite, Donald Trump's inauguration.
Yeah, really enjoyed that.
That one's quite convincing. Apart from the fact that, again, that you're a giant.
Well, that one actually is real.
Is it?
Yes.
What a twist!
It's crazy.
No, it's not real.
Alex, come on.
So absolutely none of this is true.
But it's beautifully plausible. Like, I believed it.
You believed it?
Yeah. And the fact that I believed it is crazy.
Well, no.
Love that.
Right, what's the final prize task then, Alex?
Well, I'll tell you about it if you just calm down a flipping second. It's the thing that makes you look the toughest, like a nose ring or a nose stud or a nose bag. You will judge whose thing makes them look the toughest. They'll get 5 solid points. And at the end of the episode, the person who's done the best points-wise will win all 5 tough things and swiftly replace Ross Kemp as the go-to hard person of telly.
About 10 years ago, I was watching the film The Road, and I was pregnant, and I suddenly thought, what am I going to do if I have a baby and there's like some sort of apocalypse or zombies or all the food and water runs out and there's chaos? What am I going to do? And I went down to a camping shop and assembled what I now call my apocalypse backpack.
Well, this is the apocalypse bag.
Yeah, but just wait. Just wait. Just wait a second. Wait, would you
If I
please?
saw you wearing that in a dark alley, I'd be, ooh.
It's not a dark alley. It's a zombie apocalypse, mate.
Is that skipping rope?
Yeah.
So if there's a fight outside a nightclub, you go, right, everybody calm down.
Yeah. I just can't wait for you to just think she'd be a pretty safe person. She's going to be hard as
You'd
nuts.
be a lovely person to go on a walk in the country with, that's what you'd be. Jamali.
Let's not mess about. I got a bat with a nail in it.
Right, now we're talking.
Oh, a bat with a nail in it.
Bat with
yeah.
a nail in it.
Right, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not messing around. I'm not
Tick.
playing no games.
Tick.
It's tough, isn't it? Because if someone had a bat, you go. But if he had a nail in it, you go. He's dedicated to hit someone with it.
If you came into a room with that, I would absolutely shit myself and I would go looking for Sarah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Charlotte wearing a leather cap backwards holding that?
Nope.
Tough day.
I mean, you'd be tougher than Picnic Girl. Don't worry.
Who's Picnic Girl?
I think you're Picnic Girl.
I'm Picnic Girl.
Picnic Girl. Well done.
That's the first time I've ever drilled a nail into a bat and someone said, well done. I appreciate that.
All right, Mike. Regretting that yet?
A little bit.
Yeah.
My toughest thing has is tried and tested. So if I'm scared and I've run out of milk and I need to go out and get my nighttime milk,
Yeah.
but I can see that there's some street toughs by the newsagents, wearing leather caps and
Some street tough.
then if that happens, then I do this.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Then it's Mr. Tough Guy time. TikTok, it's Tough Guy o'clock. And the bishop's hat, maybe going someplace a bishop's hat should never go.
That's incredible, isn't it?
I'm so jealous.
If I had brought in a punk rock hairdo wig,
Here it is.
which the winner is welcome to.
I'm genuinely speechless.